Hello everyone! As most of you guys know, I usually do beans with baristas at my Starbucks. Now, unfortunately, due to the current situations at hand, we have closed down. So I got a message from my boss today, and yes, it was today, because of course I'm going to do this today. She messaged me saying a great idea for something to do would be to do coffee tastings and post videos of it, because, you know, it's not like I don't have enough coffee at home to deal with. So to start off, I'm actually going to tell you what coffee we're doing. Now, we are doing the sun-dried Ethiopia Yirgacheffe Chelelektu, which is a Starbucks Reserve coffee. Now, this has notes of red berries, chocolate, and baking spices. Now, this has a lot of flavors in it. It's very, very fruity. This is one that I would normally drink midday as like an iced coffee. Today, I'm doing it as a morning coffee because why not? Might as well switch it up a bit. So I am doing French press. I have my little French press cup right here. Now this holds about 14 ounces of fluid. Because this holds 14 fluid ounces, I am going to do 4 tablespoons of coffee. And that's just doing quick math in my head. It's not going to be exact. I'm actually probably going to do 3.5. Rather than 4 tablespoons of coffee, because that just seems like a little bit much, and mine doesn't quite hold double the amount. So I have half tablespoons here, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's about 3.5 full tablespoons. I have half tablespoons here because I am incapable of finding my full tablespoon. And now next step is I'm going to add the water. So this is about how much coffee grinds I have in here right now. So now I'm going to add the water and I'm going to put the lid on it and we're going to let it sit. So I'm adding the water. There we go. And then keep making sure that this is staying all the way up because I do not want to press my coffee down yet. I am going to twist the cap on. And now I have this sitting here. Now, when doing a coffee tasting, I find it's very important to make sure you are trying it black. Now, I'm actually going to do the coffee tasting here with you. And keep in mind that the flavors that I taste is not what everybody else is going to taste. Everybody has different flavor, can pick out different flavors in the coffees and prefer different coffees. I like one that's not very acidic. It's very, very strong though, very bold and not very acidic. So I am letting this coffee steep for about 4 minutes. So I have about 2 more minutes left. While we're doing that, I'm actually going to show you what I'm pairing it with. So because of the red berries and everything that's in this, and there is also chocolate, I have chosen just a piece of toast. I buttered it and then I put some strawberry jam on it. Another really good thing to put on top would be like mocha drizzle if you were at the store, or like Nutella if you're at home and you have Nutella. That would be amazing. I love chocolate and fruits mixed together. So here we do have my little toast. Just waiting there. And yeah. Anyways, we will be back in a moment to finish this coffee. I am going to tell you guys a bit more about this coffee. So I'm just going to read based off of what is on the back of the card. This is what Starbucks has given us as information based on this coffee. So at first glance, it's a natural processing, also known as the sun-dried method. Might seem simple. All you need is coffee, cherries, and sunshine, but nothing could be further from the truth. While this was the first method used to process coffee in Ethiopia, the effort and artistry required are daunting. Coffee cherries are picked at peak ripeness and carefully set out on specially constructed raised beds. Constructors tend and turn the cherries with intense focus, and if the fruit doesn't lie evenly, the entire crop can actually be lost. Which is saying a lot because these small lot coffees, they sell at $20 a piece. The Chelelektu mill behind this coffee has been sharing crops from Ethiopia's farmed Yirgacheffe regions for years, providing financial backing to area farmers who keep the Ethiopian coffee tradition thriving. This lot's fruit flavors are proud and pronounced as the effort that went into each bean. So, my boyfriend is calling. It's been 4 minutes. I am now going to push down, making sure it's nice, evenly, and slowly to make sure that I do not get any grinds in my coffee. And we're back with a cup. So, oh, I love the way this smells already. It's very, very fruity, very just, ugh, those floral aromas got me going crazy. So I am pouring into my little taster cup. Now, when you are doing coffee tastings, it's very important that you don't fill your cup all the way up. By actually leaving half of the room in the cup, you're actually allowing all of the aromas to stay within the cup to get a better scent. So first step to a coffee tasting is to get the aromas. So I'm going to start by smelling the coffee, trying to figure out what scents I can and cannot pick up. Now, smelling this coffee, I immediately get a sense of chocolate. It's almost like a very milky chocolate that I can smell, as well as those small floral aromas kind of pushing their way up. Again, one of my favorite coffees to smell. Ugh, I'm addicted to this coffee. So next step is to slurp your coffee. Now, when you're slurping your coffee, you want to make sure that it's bouncing off the tip of your tongue and hitting the rest of your palate. So when you're slurping, I want to be able to hear you all the way from over here. I want to be able to hear your slurping. Because, again, most soothing sound ever. Anyways, ready? So, by tasting this, it's very, very mellow. Not very strong, not very acidic. Not very strong either. It is a medium roast. It's so smooth. The red berries are actually, I find them more toward, they taste more towards currants. It gives off that very curranty smell, but a very nice, smooth red berry finish. Now, again, one of my favorite coffees in the entire world. Next step is to do an actual sip. So we are going to take an actual sip of this coffee. Now, I like the body on this one because I find it sticks around a little bit longer. So it's not very, very heavy, but those notes from the coffee, you can still taste those that aftertaste of the red berries, and the currants stay in your mouth, which I find goes perfect well, especially when pairing it with something like strawberry jam or cherries. Any kind of red berry makes it beautiful. Now, so the 3 steps I've done so far. I have done the aroma. I've smelt it. I have sipped it, and I've slurped it, and I've sipped it. So I have aroma, slurp, sip. Now my last step is to describe and to pair it. So describing your coffee is saying stuff like, it's very heavy on my tongue. It's not, there is that lingering coffee taste to it, but it doesn't, it's not crazy heavy. So my next step, I am going to be pairing it with my lovely piece of toast because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So I am going to take another sip of my coffee, and I'm going to take a bite of my food, and then I'm going to take another sip of my coffee. So good. So, last time I did this pairing, I actually did it with a cheese Danish and our strawberry jam with mocha drizzle on top. My God, was it delicious! So, this is very, very similar. It is more of a morning breakfast type thing. But the flavors pair so well together. And honestly, it brings me happiness. It brings me joy. It brings life to my light. light to my life. Wow. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this coffee tasting today. Hopefully I'll have some more brewing methods available within the next couple of weeks. Thank you all for joining me today for Beans with Baristas. I would love to see you guys again next time. And remember to stay safe, stay home, wash your hands, even before you make coffee, even after you make coffee, every time you make coffee. I would know what it's like to wash my hands tremendously after making coffee. So make sure you're washing your hands, make sure you're staying safe, and we got this, guys.